Human beings like to see themselves as the pinnacle of evolution, rational, conscious, enlightened. We tell ourselves a comfortable story. Millions of years of natural selection have led to this moment. To a brain that calculates planetary orbits, composes symphonies, splits the atom, edits its own genome, and asks where it came from. We call ourselves Homo sapiens, the wise man, as if the name were a verdict. We repeat it often enough that it begins to sound like truth. But silence is dangerous. If you sit still long enough, without distraction, without noise, without a screen glowing in front of you, something cracks. The story begins to leak, not because of what you see outside, because of what you find inside. Your instability, your quiet resentments, the ease with which you justify yourself, the speed with which fear takes control. There is something structurally wrong with us, and it is not superficial. The Norwegian philosopher Peter Wessel Zapffe once described the human being as a biological surplus. According to him, evolution overshot its mark. Consciousness expanded beyond what was necessary for survival. We did not just become aware of predators. We became aware of death, of futility, of cosmic indifference. We know we will die. We know everything we build will decay. We know the universe does not guarantee justice, fairness, or meaning. And yet we must continue living as if it does. The German thinker Julius Bahnsen saw existence as an irreconcilable contradiction. The will wants affirmation, but reality imposes limits. We crave permanence, yet inhabit flux. We demand meaning, yet find ourselves in a universe that offers none by default. Maybe the problem isn't just social corruption or moral weakness. Maybe the problem is architectural. We call ourselves wise, but if wisdom means seeing clearly, then a brutal question emerges. Are we psychologically equipped to endure what we now understand? Less than 100,000 years ago, we were not alone. The planet was not ours in isolation. It was shared with other human species, variations on a theme. Neanderthals walked across Eurasia. Denisovans left genetic traces in living populations. They made tools. They buried their dead. They likely created symbols. Some evidence suggests care for the injured and elderly. They were not brutes in a caricature. They were us, refracted. Today, only one branch survives. Science points to climate fluctuations, volcanic winters, resource scarcity. All plausible. But there is an uncomfortable pattern. Wherever Homo sapiens expanded, other human lineages disappeared soon after. Coincidence is a comforting word. Perhaps we were more adaptable, perhaps more cooperative internally, perhaps more strategically violent. Violence is not a glitch in our history. It is a constant. Archaeological records show skull fractures, embedded spear points, mass graves. Long before writing, there was massacre. With writing, we simply documented it better. Empires rose over piles of bodies. Religions spread under threat. Modern ideologies, armed with bureaucracy and industrial technology, mechanized extermination. The 20th century did not invent cruelty. It optimized it. More than 100 million people died in wars and totalitarian regimes during that century alone. We call this progress. Maybe we survived not because we were the most compassionate, but because we were the most efficient at eliminating competition. Civilization may be less a triumph of virtue and more a refinement of dominance. That inheritance has not disappeared. It has just been institutionalized. If you trace the bloodline of human violence to its origin, you will not find a metaphysical demon. You will find neural tissue, a primate brain. The same biological structure that proves theorems and writes concertos also reacts with fury to symbolic threats. It divides the world into us and them before reason enters the room. It evolved to survive, not to perceive objective truth. We can sequence the human genome, yet we cannot escape cognitive bias. We seek confirmation, not correction. We distort memory without noticing. We reinterpret events to protect identity. Neuroscience shows that memory is reconstruction, not playback. Every recollection is edited. Every belief is filtered through prior emotion. Reason often functions as a defense attorney, constructing arguments for decisions already made at an emotional level. We are not rational beings who sometimes feel. We are emotional beings who rationalize. The most disturbing fact is not that humans hate. It is that we hate with moral conviction. The architects of atrocities rarely believe themselves villains. They believed they were correcting the world. The primate brain does not merely react, it narrates. It constructs a story in which its aggression becomes necessity, its fear becomes principle, its prejudice becomes duty. And because we trust our own clarity, we rarely suspect ourselves. Perhaps the error is not violence alone. Perhaps it is the confidence with which we believe we are right. At some point, quietly, the question emerges: is humanity a mistake? Not as a slogan, not as adolescent rebellion, but as a genuine suspicion. And it often mutates into something more intimate. Am I a mistake? We were raised on simple moral diagrams, heroes and villains, clear boundaries between good and evil. But adulthood corrodes simplicity. The villain goes home and kisses his child. The hero feels envy and pettiness. The victim, given power, can become cruel. Evil is not an external entity waiting to possess us. It is a structural possibility within our psychology. It does not require extreme conditions. Fatigue is enough. Fear is enough. Convenience is enough. What kind of wise species sabotages itself repeatedly? What kind of apex intelligence chooses short-term pleasure over long-term survival? Continues to degrade ecosystems while understanding climate models? Builds weapons capable of planetary destruction and calls it security? We are matter temporarily arranged around a medium-sized star in an ordinary galaxy among hundreds of billions. Cosmology describes stellar nucleosynthesis, black hole formation, cosmic background radiation. It does not explain why there is something rather than nothing. It does not explain why matter woke up, or why consciousness can hurt. The universe trends toward entropy. According to current models, stars will exhaust their fuel. Galaxies will drift apart. Energy differentials will flatten. Eventually, heat death. A thin, cold darkness. Against that backdrop, our moral dramas look microscopic. And yet the pain we feel is not microscopic to us. There is something deeply unsettling in our persistence to create. Over 38,000 years ago, in a Paleolithic cave in Europe, someone carved a hybrid figure, a human body with the head of a lion, from ivory. It did not hunt. It did not provide shelter. It did not increase immediate survival probability. It was symbol. In a world of cold, predators, infection, and short life expectancy, someone invested time in imagination. That act defies pure survival logic. The same species that crushes skulls also builds cathedrals it will never see completed, writes poems destined to be forgotten, develops abstract mathematics describing curved space-time, sends fragile machines beyond the solar system with no guarantee of return. The same hands that engineered extermination camps drafted declarations of universal rights. This is the paradox. Within the same neural architecture that plans genocide arises compassion. Within the same cognitive framework that dehumanizes others emerges the concept of human dignity. We are capable of the worst and the sublime, not in separate generations, in the same individual. The paradox is not historical. It is neurological. Statistically, we live in one of the least violent periods of recorded history. Global life expectancy has more than doubled in the last 2 centuries. Infant mortality has fallen dramatically. Extreme poverty has declined significantly over recent decades. These are measurable facts. It would be dishonest to ignore them. But numbers do not erase subjective experience. Never before has collective stupidity been so visible in real time. Never before has misinformation spread at planetary scale within seconds. The same technology that democratized knowledge amplified organized ignorance. The human nervous system evolved for tribal threats, not global feeds. We now carry war, ecological collapse, political instability, and personal tragedy in our pockets. Constant updates, endless outrage cycles, continuous exposure to suffering beyond our sphere of control. The result is moral exhaustion, not simple sadness, saturation. Even if your personal life is stable, the ambient atmosphere feels unstable. The mind was not designed to process planetary-scale anxiety. So pessimism becomes rational. Cynicism feels intelligent. Hope appears naive. Material progress illuminated the abyss. It did not fill it. Someone once wrote to me, saying they were not physically tired, but existentially exhausted. Tired of contradictions. Tired of their own repeated failures. They asked a devastatingly simple question. Is there a philosophical argument against apathy? If life is recurrent frustration and predictable loss, why persist? The case for nihilism is strong. The universe does not display intrinsic purpose. Death is non-negotiable. In cosmic time, everything we build will be erased. Names fade. Civilizations collapse. Even memory dissolves. There is no contract guaranteeing compensation. Stars do not shine out of moral duty. They fuse hydrogen until it runs out. Some explode in supernova. Others collapse quietly into white dwarfs or black holes. And yet, while they burn, they emit light. Not because it is eternally meaningful, but because it is what they do. Perhaps hope is not a logical conclusion derived from optimistic premises. Perhaps it is defiance, a refusal to surrender to psychological entropy. You are not obligated to continue. There is no cosmic scoreboard. The universe does not reward perseverance with immortality. But the fact that a configuration of atoms can reflect on its own suffering and choose action anyway is extraordinary. We are primates with ancestral fear circuits, territorial impulses, and fragile egos. But we are also creatures capable of self-observation. We can detect our own cognitive distortions. We can interrupt impulses. We can decide, however imperfectly. Humanity may be an evolutionary accident, a temporary flare in the darkness. There is no guarantee of permanence. But while the flare exists, it illuminates. The real question may not be whether humanity is a mistake. The real question is this: if we are a mistake, what kind of mistake will we choose to be? The one that accelerates destruction because nothing matters? Or the one that creates local, fragile meaning precisely because nothing lasts? You who are tired of the world. You who are sometimes tired of yourself. There is no promise of redemption. No metaphysical guarantee. There is only possibility. The primate is flawed, violent, self-deceptive, afraid. But it can insist. And perhaps, in the middle of an indifferent cosmos, insisting without guarantees is the closest thing to meaning we will ever have. What if humanity is not the crown of creation, but a beautiful fracture in the fabric of existence? A conscious primate, aware of death, capable of cruelty, capable of tenderness, building civilizations with the same hands that destroy them. We carry galaxies in our equations and chaos in our impulses. We search for meaning in a universe that offers none freely. And yet, you're here, watching, thinking, questioning. That alone already separates you from the noise. This channel exists for minds that refuse comfort over truth, for those willing to look into the abyss without pretending it isn't there. If these reflections resonate with you, Becoming a member is more than a subscription. It's a quiet statement that depth still matters. Members help keep this space independent, focused, and free to explore the uncomfortable questions most avoid. And if a particular video moved you, the Super Thanks feature is a direct way to say, continue. It's a small gesture that carries real weight behind the scenes. But truly, just being here, watching, thinking, sharing, already helps more than you realize. You are part of this dialogue, part of this small resistance against superficiality. If you believe conversations like this should exist, stand a little closer, become a member, leave a super thanks, or simply stay, watch, and share. In a distracted world, your attention is powerful.